The Ohio State Highway Patrol is a proud partner with the Ohio High School Athletic Association in the nationwide Buckle Up for a Successful Season program. The goal of the program is to promote a safer highway environment by reminding and encouraging student athletes, coaches, cheerleaders, band members, and fans to buckle up everywhere, every time.
Andrew, how do you think your season's gone so far for the Tigers?
So far it's been great. With 10-0 and the conference champs. We've had some big wins, some close games, like our first conference game against Aurora. We've really grown as a team throughout the year, so for me it's been great. 2
times in a row you guys have been to the state finals. How do you guys want to change that and come out with the win?
Not a whole lot we want to change. We obviously want to get right back to it, but we've been saying that each week we got to play at our level and not stoop down anywhere. We can't worry about the other team. We got to prepare ourselves the same each week, which we've done for the past 10 weeks, so we just got to keep that up.
How much of a benefit is that each year to have those extra 5 weeks of practice?
It's huge. Like we were saying, we fit three years of games in 2 years within the past 2 years. So 30 games in 2 years is a lot. When you talk about some teams, they have a lot of seniors coming back who only played 10 games. But we have like a lot of sophomores and juniors who get that extra 10 weeks of practice, or 5 each year. So we think that's more valuable experience in the playoffs than just regular season games.
How about the system you have here with the Tigers too? It just seems like the younger players, they develop so much faster.
It's been great. We've had the same, for my 4 years, we've had very little change to the coaching staff. And offense and defense have pretty much stayed the same. So it's just learning and expanding each year. So it's really great for learning purposes, and the coaches can really get us excited each year about coming out, and we get tons of kids each year, so they're building a good program.
Against Firelands this week, 10-0 team, number 8 seed. It's kind of a different thing to see there compared to in past years where you've seen teams with 2 and 3 losses.
Yeah, but you win 10 games, that's an accomplishment, so you know they know how to win, and they obviously got a good team.
What do you think is going to be a key to victory?
We got to start strong and come out in the second quarter, or in the second half. Like I said, we just got to play at our level and prepare ourselves, and we'll be great.
You touched on preparation. Last year when the snow fell against Garrettsville, how did you prepare for that?
We practiced in the snow the year before throughout the playoffs, and so we're kind of used to that. It's just handling adversity, so each week something new is going to be thrown at you. You just got to roll with the punches.
I'll put you on the spot. Give me a prediction for the game.
I'm going to be confident say we win, but I couldn't give you a score.
If I knew nothing about the Chagrin Falls Tigers football program, how would you describe everything?
We know how to win. We got a lot of experience on this team. Our coaching staff got a lot of years under their belt, and they know the right ways to win.
How much of a benefit was it the last 2 years, those extra 5 games that you guys played?
The experience we gained from the past 2 years in the playoffs has boosted us this entire year. Not only us seniors, but the underclassmen. You know, they've kind of fed off of our leadership as we fed off of the leadership of the seniors before us. And you know, that experience, allowing us to overcome adversity, has gotten us through this entire year.
How hungry are you guys to get a victory in Week 15?
Definitely. You know, after the last 2 years, wouldn't say it's been easy on us, but you know, we've learned from it, we made some adjustments, and I think this year we're ready.
This week against Firelands, how big of a game is this for you guys?
This is tremendous. You know, we got to see what we can do in the playoffs. This regular season, we've proved, you know, we're coming out 10-0, but playoffs is a whole new game for us. Firelands got a lot of size up front, so that's going to be a big challenge for us, and if we can overcome that, hopefully we'll come out with a win.
What's going to be the key to victory?
Key to victory is going to be physical, everyone doing their jobs and executing, holding on to the football, and you know, as long as we can get our plays done the way the coaches have prepared us this week, we should be fine.
Give me a prediction for the game.
Gonna win. That's our prediction.
Coach, how much of a benefit was it? I know you don't want to lose in the state championship, but you got those extra 5 weeks of practice the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's been invaluable. The seniors right now have played 3 seasons in 2 years, 30 games. And not just 30 games, you know, 30 games, especially of high competition, preparation each week, playing in front of large crowds. that finality of being in a playoff scenario where winners advance, losers go home. So I think that matures a young man a great deal, and obviously it's our hope that that will show as we begin this playoff season, that maturity and that experience can be a positive for us.
Moving up to Division III now, business as usual. Tigers undefeated going into the playoffs.
Well, and it was funny because as soon as the divisions came out, and I think because of the fact that we were the very bottom of Division III, we're the smallest school in Division III, I think that made a big story and everybody was interested. And I said, we're going to focus our players on our season at hand. Whether we were in Division IV or Division III, I wouldn't want any playoff talk in August or in the summer. And I'm really proud of our guys that they did pay attention to detail throughout the summer preparation and the fall and meeting each obstacle each week. So now it is November, and now it's a time for us to focus on that. And once again, we'll focus on a good Firelands team. We're learning more and more about them and planning and preparing. So it's exciting, but I think our guys are, they're happy to be there, but they realize there's a lot of work to be done.
How hungry are your boys to change the Week 15 result?
Well, I'm sure it's in everybody's mind, but once again, we're right now we're thinking of Week 11. I think if you start thinking about Week 15, now you'll be watching it from the stands. We need to focus this week. We're going to play an undefeated team that's met all of their goals, accomplished everything that they've wanted to. They're going to be playing with a lot of momentum, and that's important for both teams. So that's our focus right now.
What about Firelands scares you?
They're big. They are really big. They got some big guys. They have some very good athletic players, and they put those athletic people on both sides of the ball. The quarterback is the free safety. One running back is a strong safety. The other running back is the will linebacker. The tight end is the Sam linebacker. The wide receiver plays cornerback. So they put their best athletic players in positions where they're going to have the ball in their hands or defend somebody with the ball in their hands. And so when you do that, and you have an opportunity, obviously, to have a lot of athletes on the field, and so that poses a challenge. But like I said, up front, they've got some big size. They have a couple of guys close to 300 pounds on the offensive line, so that will be a great challenge for our guys.
Who for your boys has stood out this year?
Well, it's interesting because I think so many of our guys have played a huge role. And I don't mean just to say that, but if you can go down our statistics, we're not going to have any statistical leaders in Northeast Ohio because I think over 5 kids have double digits in catching the ball, and 4 guys have run the ball consistently. So, I would have to say right off the get-go, our receivers of Anthony DiCamillo and Michael Hageman, and certainly Bradley Monday have been able to help our pass offense. Bradley and Jack, running the ball, and I think Tommy Amarino as a quarterback, just getting the ball to those players. Our offensive front has done a great job all year long. We've been able to have 5 consistent offensive linemen play, and those guys have been good. Defensively, I think that's really where we have made the improvement. We've done a great job against some really good offensive football teams. Kurt Vidmer is our middle linebacker. Everett DeShong is our strong safety, and those guys kind of head up that defense, and Mike Tozy at defensive end. So. Really proud of the combination, and I think our special teams have done really well. Alex Hawaks is our kicker. He's 40 of 41 on PATs. He's knocked 15 kickoffs into the end zone, and so that really has been something we've hoped would improve from last year, and it has. So those 3 areas are certainly playing in together.
How much of a benefit is to look across the dinner table and see your quarterback every night?
It is. It's all spring. It was all winter last year. It was. I remember right after the championship game last year, he came up to me and talked about focusing for this year and wanting to be successful. And he really has worked hard in the off season. But it is. There's a sense of understanding. He knows what we want to do offensively. I think his strength may not be the strongest arm, the fastest legs, the tallest frame. That's not his strength. I think his strength is the decision making that he makes, being able to run our offense efficiently, which calls for a lot of different things. And he knows what I want to be done. So that's really beneficial.
How hard is it to draw the line between coach and dad?
It's the first time for me, so I've always been involved in their athletics, even in youth sports and all that, but we don't have a problem with it at all. It's a phenomenal thing. The most important things in my life are family and this football team, to be able to combine both of those together. together has just been remarkable. I have a younger son who plays on the team. My wife and daughter and my sister go to every game. My brother coaches on the staff. So it truly is just a wonderful experience for all of us.
Coming back to the Week 11 game against Firelands, what do you think is going to be key to victory?
Well, obviously when you get into the playoffs, big plays can be made, for you or against you. You have to be very, very sound and secure with ball security and avoiding big penalties to kill drives. And that's something that we've emphasized. Playing the game of field position, using your kicking game as an advantage, and I think maximizing your opportunities to score when you have them inside the 30-yard line, getting points. Those are the things that we stress all year long, and we've been successful so far doing that, and that's got to be the method, in the playoffs. Because like I told the players yesterday, the only difference in the playoffs is just your senses are a little sharper because there's an urgency in knowing that somebody's going to be turning in the equipment after the game, and so that makes every potential mistake or big play that much more valuable.
Put you on the spot, Coach. Give me a prediction for the game.
Well, I tell you what, I predicted our guys will be very prepared. I predict that we will play very hard, very aggressive football, and then the rest of it's out of our hands, and we'll see what happens after that.
Good evening, sports fans. Ohio Sportsnet is on the air. Playoffs are in the air. Division III, Region 9 from Chagrin Falls High School, Harris Stadium. The Chagrin Falls Tigers, #1 in Region 9, undefeated on the year, 10-0, two-time state runner-up in Division 4, move up to Division 3 this year. They host the Cinderella story, 10-0 Firelands Falcons. Hello, everyone. I'm Kyle Goodwin, joined by Kirk Heinzelman. Kirk, can you think of a bigger matchup here? Two-time state runner-up against the first-time playoff appearance, Firelands Falcons.
Well, the thing for Firelands that they got to get in the back of their mind is the nerves. How will they react to being on the big stage? Everybody is here. They're packed in like sardines, not only in the stands and here in the press box, but it's about an hour drive from Oberlin to Chagrin Falls, and it's all pretty much freeway. You just traverse 480. It's going to be an interesting matchup because both teams play different styles on offense. More of a running style for Firelands, and Chagrin Falls more mixing it up with the running and passing.
Well, that's one thing we're going to see. And you say different styles. You almost can kind of throw a couple similarities in there. A lot of the players are similar. Really, a tight end in this game is going to be a rarity. Stephen Baser plays tight end.
Does the tight end exist anymore is my question.
I think that's one of the best positions ever. Think of Ozzie Newsome.
Of course.
One of the greatest tight ends of all time. So what we're going to do, we're going to step aside. We're going to come back for the kickoff, predictions, starting lineups here on Ohio Sportsnet from Chagrin Falls as Firelands takes on Chagrin Falls after this. Moments away from kickoff here from Harris Stadium, Chagrin Falls High School, Division 3, Region 9, quarterfinal action. Let's meet the Firelands offense.
Kyle Smith, senior quarterback.
Nick Deichler, senior running back.
Joe Cadella, senior running back. Cody Northeim, senior starting receiver.
Jake Myers, senior receiver.
Stephen Baser, senior starting tight end.
Joe Sinski, sophomore left tackle.
Nick Donofrio, and I'm a senior at Firelands. I'm an offensive guard.
Andy Toms, senior center.
Chuck Cease, senior guard. Jared Underwood, senior right tackle.
And let's meet the Chagrin Falls defense.
Wesley Kenyon, senior, defensive line.
Dan O'Kane, defensive tackle, I'm a senior.
Mike Tozy, I'm a senior. I'm a starting strong side defensive end.
Matt Markley, junior, defensive end.
Jack Campbell, junior, linebacker.
Kurt Vidmer, senior, middle linebacker.
Andrew Winkleman, I'm a senior and a starting linebacker.
Bradley Monday, junior, cornerback.
Bill Kale, senior, cornerback.
Everett DeShong, senior, safety.
Anthony DiCamillo, senior, free safety.
That was the Firelands offense and Chagrin defense. Firelands won the toss, and they will receive, moving from left to right in their white unis with red numerals and red pants. Alex Hallwalks has the ball on the tee, set to kick it away. Chagrin in their black with white numerals and orange and white trim. We are set to go. Division III, Region 9, number 1 against number 8. Hallwalks with a good kick. Comes down, Dakota Dodge, fields in the middle of the field at the 5, up the middle. Nice run across the 20, and then Dodge will be taken down just across the 20-yard line. Near the 23, Kirk, we touched on it in the onset. Kyle Smith, the do-it-all quarterback on the year. Nearly 1,600 yards, 19 touchdowns through the air, but you got to keep an eye on Nick Deichler, too, if you're the Chagrin Falls defense.
Well, that's the guy that's going to be the focal point for the defense with 22 touchdowns, coming in averaging over 100 yards per game. And a great per carry average of 7.5 yards. Even Jim Brown will be proud of that.
Also, you got to keep an eye on Joe Cadella out of the backfield. He has 2 rushing touchdowns on the year, but receiving 9 touchdowns and 700 yards. As Cadella will line up as almost a kind of a wing here. They're in the pistol, and now Cadella goes in motion into the slot. So trips to the right for Smith. He's going to throw first play. He's flushed, rolling all the way out, chased out of the pocket, slips a man at the 10 and just airs one out down the side, looking for Cadella, off his hands, incomplete. Oh, good defense on the play as Everett DeShong got his hand right in the face of Cadella. Otherwise, we would have had 6 on the first play.
Well, that was a busted play because of the pressure coming right up the left side. Mike Tozy had the pressure, and that forced Smith way outside the pocket, and he just heaved one up on a wing and a prayer, and it almost got answered as the defensive back was right on the money. Everett DeShong. That was very close to being an interception or a touchdown. It was a 50-50 ball.
You put it great. That was a busted play, and Kyle Smith showed his athleticism to get free. 2nd down and 10 now from the 23. Give to Deichler as a very late handoff, and both of them, Smith along with Deichler, got tackled after a short gain across the 25 near the 26, and that's what you'll see. Kyle Smith has a knack for holding that ball almost to the last possible second plus.
Well, that's exactly what you got to do to keep that defense honest as they get the 4-yard gain, and they're going to looks like go empty in the backfield as Deichler was the second back through on that handoff. He's lining up in the slot on this particular play, 3rd down.
So empty backfield for Kyle Smith on 3rd and 6 from the 27. Looks right now, he's going to tuck it and run, a little bit of space. Kyle Smith's got a first down up the left side across the 40. Good run by Kyle Smith all the way out near the 45-yard line, 18 yards, and a Firelands first down.
Well, that's going to be a huge factor in this ball game. Can Firelands keep the chains moving? If you saw a 3 and out on their first playoff series ever, how will that affect them psychologically? The fact that they were able to pick up the first down with the quarterback running just a basic sweep, little keeper play. There wasn't much deception involved in that one.
All right, Kirk, no pressure. Put you on the spot. Give me a prediction. How's this game going to turn out?
I'm going to be like Clubber Lang. Payne, sorry.
They give Deichler on a draw play, stood up, Chagrin Falls all over him, and he might actually lose a yard on this one. Take your pick. Jack Campbell in on the hit. Also, Dan O'Kane, 6'3", 328 defensive tackle. I'll go with my prediction. Here's the thing. I love Firelands. I love the underdog. They're playing with house money right now, 10-0 on the year. They're playing against the experience. This is a coin toss. I'm going to just say something really cliche. Whoever turns the ball over least is going to win this game.
Well, what's the percentage? About 70% of the time you win if you win the turnover battle.
2nd down and 11 now from the 44. Short drop, throw in the middle. Deichler's got it. He's into Chagrin territory, breaks one tackle, pulling tacklers inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. 17 yards and a Firelands first down.
I'm wondering if they saw that, Coach Imarino, on film, whether they were going to throw the quick slant to the main running back out of the backfield. Because I'm sure that they probably didn't see that because it was so wide open. And that's the thing, when you got a week to prepare for an opponent, how much can you actually gauge what they're going to do on an offensive stand from their offensive execution?
Out of the shotgun, Smith keeps it. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Jack Campbell came in and just blew that play up. He actually ran into Deichler, forced Smith to keep it, and then he went and tackled Smith for a loss.
Well, it looked like Smith was kind of caught in between there as far as whether to hand the ball off or not. And at the last second, after he'd already basically made a half dive into the line, he had to retreat, and that allowed the easy penetration for the tackle well behind the line. But we saw in the previous sequence they can convert long yardage situations.
Empty backfield for Smith on 2nd and 14 from the 43. Looking right, flips it right side to Deichler. Virtually no gain. He's going to be drilled right away. Bradley Monday came up from his corner spot and almost knocked down Deichler for a half-yard loss.
Well, it looked like they tried to run a combination route on the right side with the wide receiver sprinting deep, Jake Myers, and then slipped Deichler underneath him in the flat, but Chagrin Falls. It was unfortunate. Myers had to block 2 people, and the one he missed made the tackle.
Bradley Monday, one of the most athletic players on the field. That's somebody that Coach Passarello and I talked about. He's afraid of him. He's a press corner, and he's also a great back out of the backfield on offense. So on 3rd and long, Smith is flushed, being chased. Vidmer all over him, throws, looking for Cadell and DeShong again. Another great play by Everett DeShong. Firelands wants a flag on that one, and DeShong knocked it away last minute. It's the second time Joe Cadella was open on a busted play. This one goes incomplete. It looks like a punting situation coming up for the Falcons.
Well, that just shows you on this play how much timing is important in the passing game. If he throws that ball about a half second earlier, it's another long completion. But he released the ball a half second too late. And as a result, the defender was able to get there and make the play, and it's a punting situation.
Matt Imarino and Billy Kale back deep. Cody Northeim, end over end kick coming down to Kale. He loses it at the 15-yard line, picks it right back up, and now he's got some space, a broken play across the 30, and a great play by Billy Kale to get something out of nothing. And let's meet the Chagrin Falls offense.
Mike Dozie, I'm a senior, and I'm a starting offensive guard.
Wes Bombeck, junior, center.
Sam Garner, senior, right guard.
David Neerman, senior, offensive tackle.
Mike Hageman, senior, wide receiver.
Anthony DiCamello, senior, wide receiver.
David Rand, senior, wide receiver.
Bill Kale, senior, wide receiver.
Jed Campbell, junior, running back.
Bradley Monday, junior, running back.
Tommy Amarino, junior, quarterback.
First down play, pitch to Monday. He's got some space up the right side. A big play. Bradley Monday's free all the way into Firelands territory, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Wow, a big play of 25 yards on first down for the Tigers.
Well, that was just a straight pitch, and there wasn't much deception involved. They're going to run the hurry-up offense, and they're going to give me much of a chance to talk. It's going to be all you on this series, Kyle.
Tommy Imarino out of the shotgun, looking right all the way, looking for the slants taken away. Imarino's going to tuck it, and he's sacked. Taken down at the 40-yard line. A great job by Zane Hayes, 6'3", 235-pound defensive lineman. We're going to get to the Firelands offense first chance we get. The Tigers are going to the hurry-up, though, so we'll see if we can't slip it in between the next series. 8 minutes to go, first quarter. We are scoreless. Firelands was held on downs when they got into Tiger territory. Now Chagrin Falls first series. Monday comes in motion. Little fly sweep again. Bradley Monday going to try the right side again. Stephen Baser grabs him, knocks him out of bounds inside the 35, close to the 34-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot him out of bounds at the 36. So he got 4 yards. This will set up a third down and about 8 to go for the Tigers.
Well, it's an interesting variation in the run game. The fly sweep is a play that's kind of swept the nation by storm. The wide receiver coming in motion, or the running back in this case, as they're going to not let me talk.
This time, give Campbell buried in the backfield. Zach Hoffecker came in and just ate up Jack Campbell, knocked him down for a 2-yard loss. Going to set up a 4th and 10. Very inspired Fireland defense.
Well, they have shown that they are not afraid in these first 2 series. They got the first down on the sequence. The drive ended up not amounting to anything, but here they force a 3 and out. I should say a 4 and out. It's my favorite series of 4 and out. You get a first down on one play, on the first play, and then you go 3 and out.
Oh, the high snap, and a nice job by DiCamillo to get this one, and it goes off the side of his foot. It actually goes down the sideline, out of bounds, inside the 20. Fireland's going to be backed up. They're going to spot it. Referee still walking up. Going to be close to the 15, out near the 16-yard line. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go back and meet the Fireland's defense.
Jake DeWitt from Firelands Falcons. This is my senior year, and I'm a defensive end.
Joe DeWitt, senior, defensive tackle.
Zane Hayes, senior, defensive tackle.
Ian Davies, I'm a senior, number 52, Firelands Falcons, and I'm the starting defensive end.
Zach Hoffecker, junior, middle linebacker.
Stephen Baser, senior, starting Sam linebacker.
Joe Cadella, senior, linebacker.
Dakota Dodge, junior, cornerback.
Cody Northeim, senior, starting corner.
Nick Deichler, senior, strong safety.
Kyle Smith, senior, safety.
Chagrin Falls a little too quick on offense for us to sneak it in there. Both teams punt on their first series. Give to Deichler with 7:09 to go in the first. From the 15-yard line, Deichler just kind of weaves his way for a couple of yards, close to the 17-yard line. 2 yards there for Deichler. And, Kirk, we've seen it. Really the big play by Kyle Smith on the run by Bradley Monday, but other than that, it's all defense.
Well, it looks like there's not going to be many gaps up the middle in this game. Everything's going to have to be on the perimeter if you're going to want to gain any type of yardage. Because every time both teams have tried to run up the middle, they've been basically stuffed.
A lot of beef on the defensive lines on both teams. 2nd and 8. Smith flush sacked. Jack Campbell just came in and shot the gap at a totally different speed with Jack Campbell from everybody else, and sacked Smith back inside the 10, near the 7, and this could be 3rd and long for the Falcons.
Coach Imarino dials up the safety blitz from the offensive left side, and Smith, who's a right-handed quarterback, he didn't see it until it was too late.
Big loss. That's about a 10-yard loss there. Smith could not get away from Jack Campbell. Midway through the first quarter here now on Ohio Sportsnet. Stay tuned. After the game, we'll give you our JJHuddle.com player of the game. 3rd and 18 now, back from the 8. Smith out of the gun, being pressured, slings one, caught by Myers across the 20, out near the 22-yard line. A nice pickup by the Falcons, gets them a little breathing room, but short of a first down and punting situation coming up for Firelands.
Well, if you're a fan of Firelands, you're happy with that. Even though it results in a punt, they at least try to get the first down. Who knows if Myers could have been able to have broken that first tackle, he would have easily gotten the first down. Good play call, just about a 10-yard slant over the middle, and that's unfortunately what the defense will give you is about 10 yards on 3rd and 18. Come up and make the tackle and bring out the punting unit. And we have a stoppage as I believe Firelands called a timeout.
Yep, Coach Passarello wants to talk about it. Interesting, 4th and 4. You think about a fake here this early on?
It's a little too deep in your own territory. That's a gutsy call. I might consider it. I know there's one high school team in Maryland that never punts. Never, ever.
So if you're a kicker and you try for the team as a punter, the coach just says go away or pick a new position?
Just on the, you're with us. You're spectating.
Well, he doesn't even waste a roster spot probably on him, does he?
That was one of the most fascinating stories I read online was this high school in Maryland never punts, no matter where they are on the field, no matter what the distance is. They go for it.
Why not? I love it. I do it on the PlayStation all the time.
This isn't PlayStation. This is real life.
I also throw bombs every play on PlayStation.
Well, your mentality is the quicker I give up a touchdown, the quicker I get the ball back.
And I go for 2, and so I take the 1-point lead.
Yeah.
Cody Northeim, after the timeout, set to punt it away. As Matt Imarino and Billy Cale are back deep, just standing over their side of midfield. 5:30 to go, first quarter. No rush. Northeim gets a good kick. It sails down. Imarino's got it at the 42. Up the left side, into Firelands territory, up the left sideline. A lot of space for Imarino and great field position coming up for the Tigers. Chagrin winning the field position war so far. 5:18 to go in the first. They're going to get it on the positive side of the ball at the 33.
Well, that's a very resourceful run back. With 2 men back, you never know who's going to potentially get the ball, and that was just good blocking. I mean, he wasn't even touched until he was 20 yards downfield.
How much of an advantage do you have being the coach's son?
I don't know. My dad wasn't a coach, so I wouldn't know.
1st and 10, Tigers from the 33 of Firelands. Monday on the left comes in motion. Little pitch. Bradley Monday going to try the outside. A nice block, but Bradley Monday going to be cut down. As Deichler was blocked in the backfield by DiCamillo, but he could not get around Joe DeWitt, 6'2", 245-pound senior defensive lineman.
Well, they've done a lot of perimeter attacking in the first 3 series of the ball game, and this time Firelands had 2 guys there waiting for Monday.
So really yet to see Tommy Imarino attempt to pass. He dropped back the one time, but tucked it and ran. No gain on that play for Monday. As he's flanking Imarino to the right, Campbell to the left. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Imarino with a keeper. He got a big hole up the middle. Tommy Imarino's got a first down and more, all the way down inside the 20 near the 16-yard line. 17 yards and a Tiger first down.
Well, there was again, a lot of things that have happened in these high school games is you try and outthink the defense. There wasn't much deception on that play. It was just a straight quarterback run. And a lot of times that can catch the defense off guard, especially if you have a quarterback that's a prolific passer.
Tommy Imarino had the seas parted for him there. 4:20 to go, first quarter. Campbell lone back. Next time Marino. Monday comes in motion. Little fly sweep again. Bradley Monday going to try the right side. Gets a block from Campbell. And a great block, and Monday's gone. Jack Campbell sprung him 16 yards. Touchdown, Chagrin Falls. For Bradley Mundy, that's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year.
Well, they've gone to the well with this fly sweep on at least 3 occasions, and this time it pays off with a sweeper on the right side. He was untouched. I mean, there was not anybody in a white jersey, even in the near vicinity. Campbell with the only block that mattered on that play.
16-yard touchdown run by Bradley Mundy. Hall walks in for the extra point. Good snap, spot, kick, up, kick, good. Chagrin Falls strikes first, 4:09 to go first quarter. It is the Tigers 7, Firelands nothing. So both teams had the ball twice. Chagrin Falls had the better of the field position. Take advantage here with a touchdown.
Well, when you get the ball at the opposition's 33-yard line to start, you're almost guaranteed at least some points, one would assume. But it only took them 3 plays to get it into the end zone. As Monday, again, going back to that touchdown play, there was one block that mattered. Campbell threw the block and the defensive back on the outside, and the Firelands defense was just a step slow reacting to the play. It's 6 points, unfortunately.
So really all we've seen so far is Imarino, Monday, and Campbell getting the ball for the Tigers. They got 7 on the board there. For the other side, we've seen a little bit of Deichler, more of Kyle Smith mixing it in the run and the pass. And really, Joe Cadella yet to touch the ball. He's had 2 balls thrown down to him, and Everett DeShong made big plays. That's the difference in the game so far.
Oh, absolutely. I like the attack of Firelands. It's just they get caught in some long yardage situations where they really couldn't go to their game plan, because of the long yardage. You kind of abandon that when you need to get a first down.
Yeah, some 3rd and long plays. The big sack by Campbell as well. So he's the lead, the biggest hits on both sides of the ball. Hallwalk's kick coming down. Dakota Dodge at the 5. He's got a good wall in front of him. He gets across the 20, a little bit of a seam. Going to be wrapped up when he gets out near the 25-yard line. Chagrin saying the ball came out. The officials are going to say no as Andrew Winkleman wrapped up Dakota Dodge there. And that's where Firelands will take over, as Chagrin is saying they have the ball, but with 4:01 to go, it'll be Firelands' 3rd offensive series, now first time trailing 7-0.
Well, we have the benefit of replay. Unfortunately, the officials don't at this level of football. And it appeared he just got stood up in the hole, and you could very much make an argument there that his forward progress was stopped once he ran into Winkleman. Once he hit him, he wasn't going anywhere further forward.
No, Andrew Winkleman just wrapped up Dakota Dodge. 6'2", 211-pound senior linebacker for the Tigers. Kind of had the size advantage over Dakota Dodge, who goes 5'8", 155, the junior. And we're going to have to keep an eye. Joe Cadella, again, I've been saying it all game. He's going to be the spark plug for the Falcons. He's in the right slot right now. 1st and 10, Firelands from their own 25. Give. Deichler over the left side, nothing doing. Chagrin keys on him, and Deichler got maybe a half yard, close to the 26.
Well, we have seen some plays that I've quite frankly never seen. You hand it off to the player in the near slot, and that's your main running back. It's not out of an I formation. It's not out of an offset either. Does a fullback even exist anymore?
It's almost like an angle play. He comes from the right wing, and he dives to the left tackle. Quick drop, throw over the middle, and a lot of contact here, and a flag comes in. Deichler was the intended receiver, and this one a little bit too blanket coverage by the Tigers. Pass interference.
Well, the line judge on the near side of the field fired that flag a good 20 yards.
That was a short pass looking for Deichler, and that's tough. That was only a 6-yard pass, but a 15-yard penalty.
Well, at this level, that's the penalty. It's not a spot of the foul, as it is at higher levels. Well, that's a huge penalty that gives Firelands a first down. And both these teams, I mean, they're getting the play calls from the sidelines. Looks like through hand signals, and they aren't even huddling up. It's like they're ready to go once the play clock has started.
Update from Division II. Walsh Jesuit gets on the board first as they lead it 7-0 in their Division II playoff. Quick slant, complete on a little bubble screen to Myers, and a nice pickup for Firelands. Jake Myers takes it out just short of midfield. A nice 8-yard pickup.
Well, it was a nice play. When you consider that he was a far side receiver, he has to cut underneath a lot of guys. There's a lot of foot traffic in there, to say the least, and they executed that well. And now they're in a good down and distance.
3:05 to go first quarter. Empty backfield for Smith. Blitz comes. He's under a lot of pressure. Kyle Smith's going to be taken down. Both backers, Campbell and Winkleman, just came free on like a double dog blitz. And Kyle Smith could not get away. A huge loss. Back to the 36-yard line, 13 yards.
Well, what I like what the defenders did on this play is they didn't allow Smith to outflank them. They just kept sending him backwards by not trying to run in at him with full speed. You kind of run in and kind of getting like a sumo wrestling stance. He's got nowhere to go.
Well, we've seen already the Falcons have thrown quick hitters over the middle to Deichler, and that's something they might have to keep trying. As both backers are coming free, the middle of the field's got to be wide open.
Oh, absolutely. But if you've got to have the correct play design, then that would be that bubble screen. Let's see if they try it again here.
Or even just a quick slant. 2:20 to go. Low snap. Smith's got it. Pressured again. Vidmer comes right up. Kyle Smith running for his life, and the third sack of the game by the Tigers. They got to find a way to shore up these linebacker blitzes as the Tigers are just putting their ears back. And Kyle Smith dropped for a big loss. 4th down punting situation.
Oh, it is 3rd down and 15. So defensively, you got to be thinking, all right, let's just play straight defense. Let them complete the pass, make the tackle, and they'll punt. Well, Coach Imarino is smelling blood. He's bringing 2 extra people besides the down 4 linemen because he realizes he's found a gap.
4th and 27. Cody Northeim, 3rd punt of the game, gets a high punt. Imarino comes up, got it. Good field position again coming up for the Tigers. Imarino down the left sideline inside the 30. One man to beat. Slips Deichler. Northeim saves a touchdown. Knocks him out of bounds inside the 20 at the 15-yard line. 1:32 to go in the first. Chagrin leads 7-0, and they're in the red zone already.
Well, there might be a little more money in this kid's allowance after these 2 great punt returns, and he's done the same thing. He's just attacking the flanks.
And compounded, sorry, Kirk, but Cody Northeim is injured on the left sideline all the way down near the 10-yard line. The punter and starting wide receiver and corner for the Falcons is shaken up, holding his left ankle, it looks like, as he made the touchdown-saving tackle. So when it rains, it pours almost for the Falcons right now.
Unfortunately, he was the last line of defense, and Imarino came running straight into him and took him on with a shoulder. And perhaps it looks like the ankle wasn't as forgiving as maybe he had hoped when he planted himself to get himself in form to make the tackle. As going to be a couple of trainers heading out there. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. And don't forget, folks, our JJHuddle.com player of the game. We'll let you know about it. You want to talk sports, you want to discuss tonight's game, you want to talk about the season, the playoffs, the brackets, everything, do it all at JJHuddle.com, the destination for Ohio's only online sports community. JJHuddle.com features scores, statistics, recruiting updates, playoff brackets, and, of course, the world-famous JJ Forums. So for 99 cents a month, join JJHuddle.com and get into the game. 1:32 to go, first quarter from Harris Stadium in Chagrin Falls. Division III, Region 9 playoff. Chagrin Falls Tigers with a 7-0 lead and great field position. Going to begin at the 15-yard line of Firelands, and that's something that if you're Coach Passarello and the Falcons, you're going to have to change this swing in the field position.
Well, that's the number 1 priority, but at this point in time, you got to be thinking just give up 3 here. Force a 3 and out.
Or force a field goal attempt.
Right.
Anything can happen
absolutely.
there.
Oh, yes. But that's got to be your thinking right now. And this is kind of a good thing for, you don't want to have anybody get hurt, but this is a chance for you to catch your breath and talk things over.
Almost a little free time
right.
out. So Cody Northeim, unfortunately, can't even put any pressure on his left leg. He's being helped out by the training staff and Coach Pass. So the trainers are going to have to look at him, and Chagrin Falls is coming right out, and they're ready to go.
Well, that fly sweep that you've mentioned numerous times has been the play, with Monday lining up wide left on this particular play. Let's see if they're getting the ball again.
So Northeim, the starting corner, is out. Myers checks in for him, and fake fly sweep. Imarino keeps it, goes over right guard. Slips a couple tackles and gets close to the 10-yard line. Marino will get 5 yards on that one and set up a 2nd down and 5 now for the Tigers.
That's a straight quarterback keeper after they fake the fly sweep. That's something obviously that's built into the game plan before the game. And that's another play that you work on in practice. I'm sure it's been in the playbook all year, but when you're scouting an opponent and only got 4 or 5 days to look over their tendencies, this is probably a play they're going to see a lot more of.
This time the give to Campbell over the right side. He stood up, virtually no gain.
32, Jack Campbell, the ball carrier.
And that was good pressure by the front wall of Firelands. Stood him up there as Stephen Baser, one of the first in on the hit, along with Joe DeWitt. And maybe a yard gain, 3rd and 4.
This is the final minute of the first quarter, but also this is an important play, I think, for the psyche of Firelands. If they can not allow a first down here, set up that field goal attempt, not necessarily a sure thing. This is huge.
Final minute, first quarter. Fade pattern, right side, looking for the big wide out. Hageman right through his hands. Incomplete. Dakota Dodge in coverage. They had a size mismatch, 6'5" at 5'11", but Dodge won that one. It'll set up a 4th down with 21 seconds to go on a beautiful night here from Chagrin Falls.
Hard to tell from this angle whether he got a hand on there. I think that was just a flat-out drop. It looked like it hit Hageman right between the arms. Oh, he turned around at the very last second. He was kind of contorting it in his body.
He went over the wrong shoulder at first almost, didn't he?
At the last split second, he switched sides, so to speak, and that's what caused him to lose flight of the ball, lose sight of the ball, and lose sight of the flight of the ball.
This is what you said if you're Firelands. You want to give up a field goal attempt. Worst case, Hallwalks comes in. He screams one right at the left upright, just inside. And Firelands holds, but they give up 3. So with 16 seconds to go, first quarter, it's now 10-0 Chagrin Falls. And how much of a boost is that for the Firelands? Yes, you gave up 3, but hey, you didn't give up. You didn't give up 7 when they started your own 15.
Oh, absolutely. With the long punt return, losing your starting wide receiver and specialty player, the fact that they're still in this ball game and there's still plenty of time, as we can say with pretty much obvious vigor, but that kick, I think that kick ended up in the Chagrin River. My gosh, you called it right on the money. That was a screamer. That was a 2-iron right down the middle of the
That was more about
fairway.
a 4-iron.
Oh, okay. Well,
there was a little bit more height on that.
You're the golf expert, but man,
a 2-iron usually just shaves the crossbar.
Gotcha. There
was some good height. That was kind of a hook 4-iron. Because that ball had a lot of pace going right to left.
I'm telling you, that was a professional kick.
In for the Falcons to receive the kickoff, number 32, Joe Cadella, and number 7.
Joe Cadella and Dakota Dodge back deep, so this could possibly be one of the final plays of the first quarter. Hasn't gone Firelands' way. They've gotten over midfield twice, but really stalled both times they got over midfield. 10-0 Chagrin Falls.
Well, props to our cameraman, Keith Allen. I was just going to mention to see if he could get a shot of the crowd, and he did in that break. They are packed on the other side of the field.
Yep, the home crowd. And this is actually an onside kick.
Oh, and he whiffed it.
Oh, unfortunate. And Firelands is going to get great field position, and Chagrin had him off the mark. And Coach Pass was running down the sideline, screaming at his special team, stay away, stay away.
Oh,
it looked like Chagrin had him.
They were off sides as well on that play, but the kick, it was like one of my efforts off the first tee. You hit it on the top of the ball, and it doesn't go about more than 10 feet.
Do you get it off the tee box?
They might have hit the tee marker. I actually had that happen to me once.
Oh, boy. I actually seen that before, too. I've seen somebody hit the ball washer and it shot back over us.
Right. That's like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack. But
so this is a great play for Firelands. You got to wonder, Chagrin Falls, hey, they were smelling blood there, and they tried to sneak the onside kick in, but unfortunately it didn't go 10 yards.
The guy that feels the worst is the kicker because he mishit the ball.
That was actually the second kicker as Ed Shelley came up and snuck in. So first down play, fade pattern right side, looking for Myers. Gets separation from Monday, but could not get under the pass from Smith. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10, and that's something that Coach Pass said. Bradley Monday plays press coverage, and wow, was he all over Myers at the line.
Well, that's going to be the matchup to watch in the passing game for Firelands. And that's something I like to see from a head coach. This is an equivalent of a turnover, the failed onside kick. Go for the throat on the very first play. Try and get a deep bomb. Didn't work. Now they'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Stephen Baser is split wide to the left. 5 wides for Kyle Smith. He's just going to tuck it and run. Got a little space at the right side and slips down just as he gets inside the 43-yard line as Jack Campbell was taking a beat on Kyle Smith. It'll be a couple of yards, and that will be the final play of the first quarter here from Harris Stadium, Chagrin Falls. On Ohio Sportsnet, Kyle Goodwin and Kirk Heinzelman, and replay guru and producer extraordinaire Steve Peters showing you everything, along with Demetrius Hudson and Keith Allen on the cameras here on Ohio Sportsnet. After one quarter of play, it's 10-0 Chagrin Falls on a touchdown run by Bradley Monday and a field goal by Alex Hallwalk. So if you're Firelands here, Kirk, down 10-0. It's almost like were the jitters there in the beginning, and now are they out?
Absolutely. They got to be gone now because of the fact that they've got the turnover. I know it's not a turnover, but it's essentially a turnover with the failed onside kick. But on that last play before this quarter break, the reason you said that Smith slipped down, no, he went down because he saw Campbell in his sights. And I can't blame him, quite frankly.
No, no. Jack Campbell, he has been flying all over the field defensively. Already 1 sack in the game. Well, actually 1.5 sacks. Give him credit for 1, and he and Andrew Winkleman got another one.
They obviously saw something on the first series, Coach Imarino did, as far as blitzing those linebackers up the middle, because Smith, he doesn't even get to the top of his drop, and there's men in his face.
And he's in the shotgun.
Yes.
Well, you got to wonder, is Coach Pass and the Firelands offense going to see that as these double dogs keep coming up the middle, dump them over the middle?
Well, you're going to that's what you do. You attack where the blitz is coming from, and you've got some good pass receivers in Deichler and Myers.
Also Cadella. Don't forget about Joe Cadella. 3rd and 8 now to start the second quarter. Smith looking right, just dumps it over the middle. He's got Cadella, gets a good block from Dakota Dodge, and Joe Cadella's got a first down inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. What a great block by Dakota Dodge, was right at the sticks, and Cadella needed that first down, Firelands.
Well, what do we say? Attack the middle. That's where the blitz is coming from. The line protected Smith enough. And again, it's the running backs. Not a lot of teams use their running backs in the passing game anymore. It's like a dying art, but Firelands has shown with Deichler and Cadella, they've got 2 potent pass receiving running backs.
And Deichler now lines up along with Cadell in the right slot. Empty backfield. Smith being pressured. Campbell all over again. Smith's going to tuck it and run, and a nice pickup by Kyle Smith. Tiptoes the sidelines, gets down inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. 12 yards and a Firelands first down.
Boy, all the credit in the world to Matt Markley there. He's hustling all